The Bonnet by Katarína Kucbelová. Excerpt translated by Jonathan Gresty. So now you know everything there is to know about me. What if she also has a project? If she plans to recall her whole life, to wrap it all up and let it filter through my head, which is still capable of putting it all together into a whole? Her short-term memory is quite poor now. She burnt out in 1989. There's little she recalls from then on. A 30-year friendship with a psychologist. But a 30-year period after the age of 50 has a completely different intensity than after the age of 20. It's much flimsier. There is nothing from the last 10 years. Her son, the singer, had graduated. Her responsibilities were over. No events to record. So now you know everything there is to know about me. I write it all down anyway. She knows I'm writing it down. Perhaps she enjoys the idea that there will be a book. But you mustn't put my name in it, or I will come and haunt you. She believes that we'll be here after we die, or doesn't believe she will live to read this book. She would come and haunt me. That's what I was told when I was little. She'd come and bang on my door with a stick. Ilka is convinced that she will manage to live on behind closed doors. Your name will be Ilka. Ilka, Elenka, Ilonka. However, you won't be called Hela, Ella, or Yelena, even though you would like to be called Yelena, but it is my book and it's not going to be you. You'll be in it only as I see you and as I remember you, in the kind of images that I need. Ilka's life is my story. I need it in order to put my own together again from scratch. And then I will rewrite these sentences until they have become my own. I will choose the words that I want. But that will be quite a different book. It won't be about her or me. I will leave the two of us down in the bottom layers and in between. Only the book will remain, for its own sake. It won't be for me or for Ilka. Nothing will haunt us any longer. We won't be startled by someone banging on our door with a stick. When I start writing my next book, she will be sitting by my side. She will be a witness to every one of my books from now on. She will say, "Do it your way," or "Let me show you, let me start it for you." Our heads will touch, sometimes our shoulders. Sometimes we will hug. It will be Ilka because I have chosen her. In Ilka, there is none of Gisela's bitterness and implacability. How did she manage that? She doesn't know, but she understands what I'm talking about. She must have realized at some point that she might end up like that, but decided not to be. Whatever she latches onto, her judgment is sound. About Facebook, for instance. Why do some people make everything public? She can't understand that and instinctively feels that it's absurd to announce to the whole world and his wife that you're pregnant, or to post a photo right after giving birth. In the village, things like that weren't announced. People just worked it out for themselves. It's a question of privacy. Her grandfather worked out that she was pregnant, and when she asked him how he knew, he said he could see it in her eyes. And then there was the neighbour who asked her if she'd run into a drawbar, but she didn't understand what he'd meant. This was how we dealt with privacy in the countryside. Euphemisms were thin on the ground in Šumiac.